What's up, my family, on this beautiful earth, Pachamama, and the entire existence in our reality, right? All the planets, billions of light years away, all that. We just happen to be on the same piece of dirt. It's quite an amazing feat, don't you think? Amazing coincidence? I don't think so. So one thing I just wanted to share with you guys is something that I keep in the forefront of my mind, a simple concept, a simple thought that keeps me motivated, keeps me going with always pushing myself to be the best version of myself I can be, to be the best person I can be, to treat myself the best way, even when the world just is constantly bombarding us with crap. People look at you like you're nuts. People don't understand. They think you're crazy or some dumb hippie or whatever, names are out there, because they don't understand it. So of course, to them it makes no sense, right? But for those of us that understand this or are starting to see it, that's who I'm after. I would really like to get after those of you that are like just starting to realize like something's not right? I have to treat myself better. I just quite can't get it in my head how to get it from my heart to my head to my hands to do. So sometimes how we process things up here creates some different pathways, some different things, and helps us get it out, right? So that's what I would like to do for you. So, our bodies are a vehicle for our spirit. It's our temple. So I constantly remind myself of this. That what do I want to give a spirit? What do I want to give something so beautiful and so profound and so perfect and holy? Like what do I want to put, what do I want to do to my body? Because our external reality is going to match our internal. So we need to clean the inside out, right? Since birth, we grow up in this, this crazy world. It's just bombardment of being sick, and everywhere you go, it's just chaos, right? But as this starts to change, you start to be able to watch the external like it's a play that you're not a part of anymore. That's the greatest thing in the world. I just sit back and I watch the world go by. I'm not even a part of it anymore, right? We're in the world, but we're not of it. So what do I mean by my vehicle is a body? My vehicle is a temple. My vehicle is my vehicle. My body is my temple. My body is my vehicle for my spirit, right? If you had one car for your entire life, from the day that you're able to drive to the day that you're going to die, you had one car, what would you do? You'd get the oil changed every 3,000 miles, you'd give it the best gas, you'd give it a wax job, you'd change the tires, you'd rotate the tires. You would do everything. At least I hope you would, right? That's what we need to do for ourselves. Treat yourselves like you love yourself. It's that simple. But it's not simple, is it? Otherwise we'd all be doing it. Love yourself enough to eat better, to do good things for your mind and your body. Don't worry about everyone else. Don't worry about taking care of someone else or others. You cannot energetically take care of someone else if you cannot take care of yourself. As your own internal energies build and they become stronger, then you can extend out to other people. But not until this is squared away in here on a certain level, right? And there's people at all different levels. There's people that are so beyond even my scope of, consciousness, that it's just amazing really what's out there in the world, on both sides. The gross level and then the very advanced, evolved level. So the most important thing to evolving your life, like the first step, if you are like, okay, I want to make my life better, something's got to change, your health, your body, your food. And your food is so vastly important because it represents how you feel about yourself. It really does. What you eat is literally how you feel about yourself. There should be no emotional attachment to food. You cannot, if you're sad, a lot of people do this, right? They're sad, they're depressed, and what do? They turn to food, and they try to fill this internal void with food. Or some sort of substance entering their body. Drugs, alcohol, smoking, all that's in on this conversation. So, but food, a drug is anything we do without the thought of consequence. It's not a particular substance. It's not one thing. The war on drugs. Well, guess what? This is America, 2018. We're the sickest country in the world. Right? Like, I think 2 out of 3 people are overweight. 2 out of 3 people are carrying around all this extra stuff inside them, killing themselves, because food is a huge drug, right? The drinks that we drink, my generation, the energy drink generation, it's crazy. That's a poison for your body, And what a lot of these guys don't understand that are drinking these energy drinks, they're going to fall apart when they're older. It creates erectile dysfunction. It creates adrenal failure. I mean, it's so not good. And what do you see everywhere you go? Bombardment for bad food, bad drinks, cigarettes, beer, all this stuff, alcohol. Have a good time, right? Have a good time. Another concept that keeps me going is I do not focus on the reality that I know here is so short, right? It's my life is so short. It's such a gift. We need to treat it like a gift. I mean, it is just, such a gift that I don't have words to extend to you when you realize what a gift this existence is. But I, at one day in my mind, became more conscious and aware and worried about my overall eternal existence. Spirits, we're eternal, right? We're eternal beings trapped in this lifetime body that we can only comprehend so much, right? So I started to get more conscious and aware of my overall eternal self instead of just me right here in this 90, 100 years that I'm going to be alive. That's kind of what I'm shooting for. Maybe longer, right? So when this shift happened in my mind, I was like, under no circumstances do I have excuses anymore because I'm aware. And awareness is a responsibility. So now I'm aware of what I need to eat, of how I need to treat myself. I'm more aware than the average person, I think. Otherwise, I wouldn't be the way that I am currently. I switched over to a plant-based diet almost a year ago. I've been sober now off alcohol since 2000 for about 3 years. And, the whole chemical pill regimen that the pharmaceuticals throw you after, not a part of my life anymore, So, and I don't want to, pick and choose here what to talk about, but I'm a non-judgmental person. I do not judge anything because I am not perfect. And if you would know my past, trust me, I have been on the other side of the coin. So I'm not judging, and I'm not an opinionated person, or I try not to be. So I just want to talk about smoking cigarettes because it is a drill into my heart, right? When I see people smoking, especially people that I love and I know that are close to me, smoking cigarettes. Let's think about what a cigarette is, right? It's filled with over 2,000 different chemicals. It goes into your lungs, which are the most important part of your body. Your lungs. A very important organ system. Not to mention, it completely calcifies your pineal gland, right? Our pineal gland is our connection to our maker. It is our antenna. So, smoking is a very destructive habit for yourself, for others, and for the earth. I'm going to say that again. You destroy yourself, you destroy others, and you destroy the earth. And I say this with love, because nothing makes me happier is when I meet someone and they tell me that they've quit smoking. I seriously would do anything to help them, because it's such a huge change inside of a person when they decide to quit smoking. It is a monumental change because of how it you got the nicotine in the brain, you got the oral habit, you got the self-destructive nature of yourself, and you're moving away from that. I applaud people that want to quit smoking, and I really encourage everyone to take a look at their life internally. Like, take a look at your life like you're a camera and watch yourself from a different perspective and really think about what these things that we do to ourselves are. And, I don't really want to talk about drinking alcohol right now because I'm going to make a whole video on just that. And like I said, I was on the other side of the coin with this one. So, no judgment. These are just choices in our life, right? Our bodies are an accumulation of our choices. But drinking, the reason why it can kill so many people a year and is the baseline for domestic abuse, destroys your body, and it's 100% legal, acceptable, and normal. Why do you think that is? Because the system loves it. It's on every corner in every city. It's in every grocery store now, right? Oh, it's okay. I'm just gonna have a couple beers every night. It's like drinking just I don't even want to call it low vibrational liquid, because I don't even know if it's vibrating. I just see dark energy. I see alcohol, I just see darkness. I don't even see it for what it is anymore, like the bottle and the liquid inside of it. I just see darkness. Right? Nothing. How many times have we done something extremely stupid when we were blacked out drunk? Drinking pushes the light out of our body, and it creates a void for darkness to fill it. That is why we black out, we do dumb stuff. We become hostile and aggressive. Our fears surface, our worry surface, our anxiety surfaces. Yeah, you feel good for like 2 minutes while you're drinking that beer, getting that buzz, right? And then you wake up in the morning hurting, and you're depressed, and most people are pissed off that they drank that much the night before. And then you eat like crap because you're craving all that grease and the bad food, because you ain't craving a bowl of vegetables if you're hungover or you drank a couple beers. What kind of food do we eat with alcohol, right? Cheesesteaks, bar food, beer brings. You always crave the salty stuff, So just really evaluate these things for what they are, because a better you is a better you for everyone that you love. And if your life isn't going the way that you want it to, look at what you're doing to yourself. When I switched over to a plant-based diet, really decided to, everything changed for me. My mind became clear and everything, and I never really had a problem with eating right. I always ate right because I was always doing martial arts. I was always cutting weight for matches or fights or whatever growing up. So I never let myself get out of control that way. But, I would drink a fifth of whiskey and go eat a cheesesteak like it was nobody's problem. And then I would train for the next, 3 days and burn it all off. So I never got that expansion of the body in a negative way. But, so I understand, why and when and how we all do these things. Just encourage, humanity to better themselves. It's all that all that these words are. You know, there's no judgment. This is all coming from love, and it's coming from the right place. You know, so our bodies are our temple. If you're self-destructing in some way on your body, you know, if you would fix that problem, because smoking isn't the issue. Why do we smoke? What are we trying to fill? Why do we need this gift to ourselves every day? Smoking, right? It's just like we got to give ourselves something, or drugs or alcohol. Why can't we just be? Oh, my body has to, okay, I need to eat because I need energy, you know. I need to drink water because I need to stay hydrated. That's it. The energy comes from ourselves and our food, and our energy comes from a spiritual overall wellness. Because there's different planes of our reality. And, you know, I don't want to really get into that, but we got to fix this physical plane before we start to heal our other areas, you know, that we don't even see yet. You know, there's seeing, and then there's seeing, right? We don't see. You know, people that are addicted to cigarettes and drinking, and we make excuses. We rationalize in our head, you know. Oh, something's got to kill us. We got to die of something, right? Oh, yo, bro, you really got to quit smoking. I know, man. I know, like Monday or the New Year or whatever, right? But what inside of our minds is making us create these rationalizations? It's just like, it's rationalizing is an insane thing. Trust me, I was stuck in an illusion of rationalization for years. And busting out of that was like Bruce Almighty. You know, that's what it was. I'm not Bruce Almighty. What is that? The Truman Show. Busting out of my illusion was like seeing the door and the stairs in that movie. You know, it's literally what it was like for me. I was like, oh my, there it is. And I start climbing out of it, and I look back on it. Then I was sick to my stomach for I don't know how long about looking at the illusion that I was in. Anyway, these are all things I can talk about at another time, because, you know, these videos are only as long as our attention span I try to make. So anyway, just every time you wake up in the day, be like, okay, you know, what do I want to do to my temple? How do I want to treat my temple? How do I want to treat this vehicle for light? Treat yourself like a beautiful being that you are. Hold yourself to the highest accountability. You deserve it. You really deserve it. You do not deserve to be eating this bottom low vibrational food that is everywhere. You know? Do the best you can in the circumstance that you are in right now. And as you better yourself in that particular circumstance, your circumstances will change and you will be able to climb the ladder. Start off small. We all know it's just a matter of doing, right? I know some of the lives out there are very hard. And taking care of yourself kind of seems like an impossible task sometimes. But you put your foot in the grass, talk to the earth, and ask it for help. And the next choices that you make, just do the best you can. That just initial change in here is everything. Alright, so I'm done talking for today. I don't like to make these videos too long because, you know, I don't want to blab and repeat myself and all that, but just really just see yourself for the beautiful temple of light that you are, you know. Strengthen that connection to your spirit. This is not religion, this is none of that stuff, okay? Just strengthen your connection. And your connection to others, the connection to our earth, it's all going to get better. So, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that you are on the road to bettering yourself. And if there's anything that I can do for any of you, please let me know. I'm going to make some videos on some of these things that I talked about, like deeper. But, really better yourself. Better you is a better you for everyone that you love. Thank you for those of you that listened. Peace out. Take care of the world. Starts with yourself.